Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, thank you. Can we start? Or can we wait for a few minutes? What do you say? We have got 110 participants, correct?
Yes, sir.
Shamina, what do you want to say?
Recording in
Can we wait
progress.
for a few minutes or can I start?
We will wait, sir.
Okay. 2 minutes, okay? Right.
Okay, sir.
Recording in progress.
Yes. Hello. Friends, can I start? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Right. Shamina, the thing is that I just want to tell you one thing. You just, yes, you have sent me that the email, but you forgot to attach the document, correct? Shamina, can you hear me? Absentees? Shamina,
Yes, sir.
you forgot to attach that one?
No, sir, I attached.
Yeah, please check it. If not, please send it again, right? That is important for my reference, right?
Okay, sir.
Right, good. So, last time, okay, you have completed precipitation, right? Artificial precipitation, Sri Lankan pattern of rainfall, interception, and infiltration, correct or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. Last time, okay, I started with hydrologic cycle, correct? So I stopped at this point. Yes or no? Please talk to me.
This slide, sir.
This slide, we completed
Yes,
this one?
Finished, sir.
Yes. Yeah, good. This one? We completed this one?
No, sir. No, sir.
Okay. Good. Abhishan, we completed this one?
Sir, he is absent today.
Uh-huh. Okay, okay, that's fine. Yes, Manashi, we completed this one?
No, sir, we stopped from the fifth.
It's very
Recording in
Right.
progress.
it can touch this vegetation. Okay, certain fraction of that precipitation will be captured by leaves of plants, right? So the amount is basically referred as interception. You got the point? Another one is there. Sometimes I can tell you, right? You may have certain portions, okay, of that precipitation that is falling through these canopies, right? That is called, how do we call this? That is called through fall, right? Okay. And a portion of the precipitation will be traveling along the stem of the plant and it will reach the soil. So this is called stem flow. How do we call it? This is called stem flow. This is called through fall, right? And the amount that is captured by the vegetation is called, how do we call it? That is called interception, right? So the thing is that we just want to study this because I just want to explain you a mechanism here that is very, very important. Most of the people are talking about soil erosion. You know that? Soil erosion is the process of detachment and transportation of soil particles from one point to another point by different factors such as moving water, wind, and man-made activities, right? So when you get this rainfall, okay, touching this soil directly, if you get no vegetation here, right, it can make more soil particles detached from their parent materials. When you have enough water on the surface, I can say here, if it is moving, that the detached particle will be taken by this moving water. So it induces the amount of soil erosion. You got the point? Vegetation, therefore, plays a key role in minimizing soil erosion. Interception, in this sense, is very important to be considered. You understood or not? Yes or no? You studied all this?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So here, I just want to tell you, we are going to study this one in detail later. We will link this one to the soil mechanics, right? When you are moving to my laboratory in future, if you are doing specialization in agricultural engineering, we will do a very good research, right? So this is very, very popular these days because you see this one, what is this? So I'm talking about this one, through fall. I'm talking about stem flow. I'm talking about interception. And of course, I'm talking about direct precipitation. In addition to that, I have discussed consequences of raindrop impact, okay, in relation to the soil erosion process, okay? Because, you know, if you want to grow crops, I can say, you should have highly productive topsoil, right? If you have this particle, I can say, if you have topsoil eroded, then of course it is hard for you to have very good yield from your crop plants. Therefore, we are just talking about precipitation and the consequences of precipitation as far as soil erosion is concerned. You understood or not? Please make a note on this. Finished? Manashi finished? Yes.
Not yet, sir.
Are you available?
Yes, sir. Not yet, sir. Hello, sir.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Manashi, can you explain me through fall, stem flow, interception, and direct precipitation? Possible
Yes, sir.
or difficult? Or difficult to explain?
I'll give it a try, sir.
Okay. Good.
Precipitation is the process that occurs when water particles fall from the atmosphere.
Yeah.
And interception is the process that deals with the amount of precipitated water captured by the vegetation.
Yes.
And through fall is the precipitated water falling from the canopy as water droplets to the soil surface. Stem flow is that water flowing through the stem to the soil surface.
Yeah, good, right? So these are very important technical terms, okay? You should remember this one for your examination. Sometimes you will be having this one for your quiz. Sometimes, you will be having this one for your spot examination, right? You should understand each term. Then, of course, you have to understand their consequences, right? So that is important, right? Satkuna linkam. What do you mean by soil erosion? How can you link that process to the direct precipitation? Are you available?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yes. Can you tell me that one or difficult?
Difficult, but I will try, sir.
Yeah. Good. If it is difficult, that's fine. I'm just asking a few questions because that is good for you. You can develop your communication skill. Correct or wrong?
Correct, sir.
Yes. Can you?
Yes, sir. The direct precipitation.
Yeah.
The surface soil are removing from that surface.
Yeah. Soil erosion, how can you define? It is the detachment and transportation of soil particles from one point to another point by different factors. Moving water, wind, of course, very important. So we will move to the next one. Okay, good. So we will talk about runoff, right? Runoff is very different. I have already explained this one. However, I will take this one separately, right? This runoff, you see, this one is very different. I will take it separately. I'm introducing this term here because it contributes to the hydrologic cycle. Okay, that is my expectation here. Runoff, I have already explained. What is that? It is the amount of water that is moving over the soil surface, right? If you want to have this water, okay, moving, of course, you see it is moving. It is possible only when, you should have this precipitation, okay? Then, of course, I can say part of the water will be moving vertically into the soil profile. That process is called infiltration. Then, of course, if we can say X, this one is Y. If you have Y, greater than X. Am I right? Then we can simply say we will have an amount here that is moving over the soil surface. That amount is basically called runoff. You understood or not? Clean? So we are having this precipitation, then, because of the soil porosity, the part of this water is moving downward, right? If you get this water, if it is less than this amount, that is the precipitation. Of there's a possibility for you to have this overland flow that is called a runoff. Yes or no? This runoff is problematic because it can erode the soil. Then of course it can remove productive soil from one point to another point. It is of course problematic. Most of the research works are going on just to investigate the effects of runoff water, right, on soil erosion. So it is very, very important for us to understand this concept, right? Subsurface flow, I can tell you this one is also very important for you. This is the surface. Just below the surface, we say we have got this area, right? This is called subsurface, right? This area. There possibility, okay? So water will be moving through this system. Then again, the water will be moving through subsurface system. If it is moving over the soil surface, that is runoff. If it is moving just below the soil surface, that is called subsurface flow. All these processes are basically associated with soil properties. So we are going to soil properties. We can talk about porosity, particle density, right? Organic matter content, aeration, and some other parameters. Then of course we will check the influence of all these parameters to the process called subsurface flow. You understood or not? Correct or wrong? Students, understood?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Yes, please. Have a note on this. Shamina, finished?
Yes, sir.
Shamina, today also we got 8 absentees. Correct or wrong? Shamina,
Yes, sir.
can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we got 8 absentees. Yes or no?
Yes, sir. More than 8.
Altogether 141. Yes, correct?
Sir, now 143.
43. 2 newcomers.
Yes, sir.
So are they available today? Shamina, you know so students, please listen to what I say. It's important for me to keep your records because just want to make you all get very good grades. If you are giving me no update, then of course it is bit problematic for you to evaluate in the examination. You understood or not? So I will be responsible for your papers, right? So I just want to help you obtain very good grades. That is the duty of my job, right? So the thing is that I'm expecting your support just to help you obtain good grades. You understood or not? I can help you only when you help me to do so. You understood or not?
Understood, sir.
Yes, sir.
You have to help me to help you. Otherwise, you should not expect help from my side. You understood or not? Am I wrong?
No, sir.
No, sir.
I mean, please, you have to come to the class. If you get some difficulties, please talk to me. You have got very good representatives. Okay, they are very talkative. They are sending me updates. But
Yes, sir.
so, is that common for all other departments, or is it only for AEN?
It is common, sir.
Why is that? It is due to some unavoidable circumstances, or all such activities are deliberately done? Shamina?
Sir, some have connections problems.
Yeah. Okay. That's fine. But Shamina, as a rep of this batch, the responsibility is to convey this message to absentees, right? Then of course make an arrangement just to understand these concepts, because sometimes we will be doing some calculations. Then of course, if they are unable to understand theoretical concepts, it is a bit problematic for them to understand calculations. You agree?
Yes, sir.
So today also I have got 8 more than that, no? So can you please tell me your newcomers, 2 newcomers? One more thing. Are public officers available today, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Altogether, how many?
3, sir.
Yes, Satpunalingam.
Yes, sir.
Everyone is available today?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Altogether 4, yes?
3.
3, sir.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, what I want to say is that if you get some difficulties, okay, this is a very nice subject, okay? So of course it's good for you. If after this unit, I will be teaching 1, 2, then 2, 1, 2, 2, because, we are having certain shortages of staff. My specialization is environmental engineering. I will be teaching 3, 2, 4, 1, and again 2, 1, right? This time, this is for another colleague, right? I should do this one because my colleague is ill, right? So that is, of course, very, very important for me to deliver this one properly, right? Please help me complete this one properly, okay? Understood or not?
Understood, sir.
Okay, good. Right, thanks. Thanks a lot for your kind support, right? Okay. So some students are asking me to explain this slide again. I'm explaining it, right? You see, the thing is that it is important. I have told you this one. So this is, of course, precipitation. I have told you. And this one is the amount of water that is moving downward. This process is called infiltration, right? We can say this one is X, this one is Y, I can tell you. If Y is greater than X, I can say, right? Then of course there's a possibility for you to have this flow which is over the soil surface, right? Then of course you can have different layers here. Okay, from this we can have soil particles that are formed, right? And this is the topsoil. This is very productive because it is having very good organic matter content. The thing is that this layer is the subsoil, and you to have the flow through these layers. If you have the flow through these layers, that is called subsurface flow. If you have the flow over the soil surface, that is called, how do we call it? That is called runoff or surface flow. You understood or not? Clear?
Understood, sir.
Yes. Okay. That is very, very important for you to, yes, for you to understand this mechanism, right? So we will just move to the next, right? So that is important. Infiltration, I have explained this one. You have already studied, right? Yes, Imandi, what do you mean by infiltration? Are you available?
Yes, sir. And
Imandi, difficult?
yes, sir, difficult.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Then I can ask another one, right? Hiruni 149. Are you available?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Hiruni, can you please explain me the process of infiltration? Is that possible?
Sir,
Shamina,
difficult.
you are a newcomer? Newcomer?
Yes, sir.
When did you join? Hiruni, when
Yes,
did
sir.
you join? Yes, when did you join
Last
this
week.
class?
Last Monday.
Last week, only one class? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Did you get other notes? Yeah, okay,
yes,
that's
sir.
fine. Yeah. Please get such documents. Shamina, please facilitate them. Okay, Shamina, are you available?
Yes, sir.
Shamina, please introduce me two newcomers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please tell their name and the index number.
Mayura 157.
Today is the first class for them. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Are you? Yeah. Is she available?
Yes, sir.
What is her name? Mayura. Yes.
Mayura.
Mayura. Yeah. Mayura, are you available?
Yes, sir.
156. Shamina, correct?
57, sir.
It is 57. Can you please introduce me yourself?
I don't know, sir. To explain the infiltrations, it's difficult.
Yeah,
I'm new student.
Yeah. That's fine. Yes. That's okay. Shamina.
Yes, sir.
Yes, you please ask them to introduce, because I should know their records. Can you
Yes.
please do it for me? 3 students.
Sir, another one is absent, sir. He is only present.
Yeah. Please, Shamina. Okay, I'm kindly requesting you again, right? Please make them aware of these. Of course, I have told you this one again. I'm advising you all well in advance before flood comes, right? You understood the point? So I'm telling you all these points before your examination. Please come to my lecture. Please attend practical. I'm here to help. I'm willing to make you all happy, right? These are my points. If you are happy only, you can have very good grades. Then, of course, I can tell you after your examination, if you tell anything, that will not work. You got the point? then of course you will know the, painful scenario if you get low grade, or I can say you, if you are unable to pass this unit, then of course you will be suffering. So I don't want to make you all suffering, right? Shamina, as a rep, you should do your best for making them happy all the time. Understood or not?
Understood, sir.
Please do it for me, right?
Okay, sir.
This is the infiltration. Infiltration, did you study this, Manashi? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Can you explain?
Sir, it's the water entering vertically to the soil profile.
Yeah. That is the process, right? Good. Infiltration is the physical process involving movement of water through the boundary area where atmosphere interfaces with the soil. What is this? Usually, I will explain this one. This is the vertical movement of the water, right? From the soil surface into the soil profile. Infiltration occurs in the upper layers of the ground, but may also continue further downwards into the water table. I will explain this one. Water table is very technical, right? Usually we are having a very big unit in 2-1, that is the first semester of the second year. When you are coming to that semester, I will explain this one in detail, right? So it is very, very popular in Sri Lanka, right? So this is of course infiltration. Could you please make a note on this? Hasini, finished? 024.
Sir, still writing.
Okay, good. Yami 033, finished?
No, sir.
Okay. Kirunsika 037, finished?
Writing, sir.
Okay. Vidushana,
Yes, sir.
finished?
Finished, sir.
Okay, good. Ishanti 070,
Yes, sir.
finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tanushka, finished?
Yes, sir.
Right. So the thing is that we have just understood this process. You can simply see this, okay? This is the schematic for your reference. You can simply understand different processes, right? Using this diagram is very simple. So here we have got the water table, and this is the river, right? So we are having water here, and this one is the process called infiltration. Infiltration is possible only when and engineering mechanism later precipitation. Okay, so we have understood this. But with that note, I will talk about. Did you study this one, Manashi?
A little bit, sir. It just a term, sir.
You studied this one before? They taught you
Yes,
Shakitiya.
sir. We learned
She taught you this one?
just a term, sir.
Okay, that's fine. So I will explain this one. This is the percolation process, okay? It's the movement of water past the soil going deep into the groundwater. What is groundwater? Groundwater, we can study that one later. It is the water available in the ground, right? Most of the people are using this one. So here in Jaffna Peninsula, we are dependent on groundwater resources. We are talking about groundwater pollution, kidney diseases, right? Blue babies. There are different health consequences because most of the farmers, they are applying various chemicals, including pesticides and fertilizers, just to improve the crop yield. Their application rate is very high. Because of that, they are polluting the water. People are consuming polluted water. Then problem starts. So we have to be systematic because, you know, this government is making some steps just to avoid all such consequences. They are banning inorganic fertilizers and of course agrochemicals, certain brands, because most of the farmers, they are using them excessively. They are polluting environmental resources, especially groundwater resources. It is highly problematic, right? So we will see all these consequences later when you are coming to your second year, first semester, right? So this percolation is one of processes associated with hydrologic cycle, right? So here I'm just talking about the vertical movement. This is very deep, right? If you have very deep vertical movement, that is called percolation, right? Movement of water through the soil due to gravity by capillary forces. You see, you should know different types of water available in the soil. Hydroscopic and gravity. But the thing is that, so I just want to tell you, this is infiltration. So if you are going, I mean, below this, of course, percolation. If you are going further, that is called deep percolation. This is percolation. This is deep percolation, I can say, right? This is called talking about percolation values, right? So percolation is possible, right? I can tell you this one. Percolation is possible when you have very good pore spaces, right? If you have more water moving downward, then of course there is a possibility for you to have very less runoff. You understood or not? Because most of the water which is coming from precipitation will be moving downward into the soil profile. If it is happening, of course, you will have less amount of water, just have surface flow. You understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Good. So that is the significance of the percolation, right? With that note, I will move to this one. You see, I have told you from this parent material, right? Of course, I can tell you, we are developing the soil. This scientific process is called soil genesis, right? Then of course we are having this precipitation. Of course it is important for plants to grow, right? Then of course I can tell you this is the layer which is you know, sometimes you will be having pore spaces. Because of the pore spaces, unfilled pore spaces, right? So you will have the infiltration. Then of course, if you are able to have this movement further downward, that is percolation. If it is moving further, that is depercolation, right? So the thing is that this is important for certain cases, because if you are having certain plants with roots which are very sensitive to waterlogging condition, you should not think about paddy because it loves water. If it is having waterlogging condition here, of course, these roots will die, right? They will rot. Then you will have this plant dying. So the percolation helps facilitate the removal of excess water from this environment. It is living. So this is a good process as far as water sensitive root zone is concerned. Imandi, you understood? Are you available, students? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. Right. Okay, sorry, thanks. So please, yes, please talk to me if I ask some questions. Okay, then only I can make it very interesting to you all, right? So this is very important. You should talk to me, right? So this is percolation. Percolation is very important because we just want to protect this sensitive root zone. The environment which is near to this root zone is called, how do we call it? That is called rhizosphere. Have you studied this one? Yes or no? Shamina, did you study about rhizosphere?
Yes, sir.
Did you study or you didn't study?
Yes, sir. We studied in biology section.
Yeah. This is rhizosphere, right? Sometimes you will be having certain symbiotic organisms here, right? Sometimes you will be having antagonistic organism. You know the difference between symbiotic relationship and the antagonistic relationship? Yes or no? Waterlogging, yes, waterlogging is highly sensitive, right, for such relationships. We should study the water dynamics in the root environment, okay? For that, your engineering part is important, right? Yes. Right, you understood this one, right? Don't worry about this. So we will go to another one. This is a term. This is also important because we will be dealing with something later. This process, right? Seepage may be defined as the infiltration downward and the lateral movement of water into soil. You understood? So you are having one water here. I mean water level, right? So this is of course soil. Because of this pressure, you know, there is a possibility for you to have this movement. Okay, this is also coming down. At the same time, it is moving laterally. You know, it is coming vertically because this is having one inclined pathway, right? It is coming out. You see, it is moving. It is, you know, it is coming downward here. Then it's moving laterally. Then of course it is coming out. So this movement is called seepage. You understood or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. That is important. So this is seepage. Please make a note on this. Are you able to hear me clearly or are you having some difficulty?
Excuse
Sir,
Students?
sometimes it is not clear, sir.
sir, we can't hear you clearly.
It is not clear?
Sometimes the voice is lagging, sir.
Yeah. Sorry, I will check my internet connection next time. I'm sorry for the inconvenience. Can you hear me now? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry for that, right? So I will refresh the system. Satkunal Linkam, can you hear
Yes,
me
sir.
now?
Now it's okay, sir.
Okay, right, thanks. Shamina, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Right, good. Midushana?
Yes, sir.
Right, good. If you get some difficulties, please talk to me, right? Tell me good things, I will definitely do that, right?
Okay,
If you
sir.
tell me good things, right, I will
Sir. Sir.
definitely do them. So don't worry about that. You can suggest me. Yes, tell me. Yeah. Talk to me.
Can you
Hello.
explain agency page?
See page. Yes, good. I will do that. You see, we have studied infiltration, we have studied percolation and deep percolation. The C page, you see, as the infiltration downward, it is moving downward here. I can tell you, you see this, right? It is moving downward here, right? After that, it moves laterally, then it is coming out. If you see this system, here, similar thing. It is moving downward, this is infiltration. Then the lateral movement, right? Then it is coming out. You see, this movement is called seepage. You understood or not?
Yes, sir.
Infiltration only the vertical movement. Percolation, again vertical movement, which is happening in the deeper layers of the soil. Depercolation, it is further going down. This one is having both this one and this one. Understood or not? That is seepage. Correct or wrong?
Correct, sir.
Yes. Okay, good. So that is, of course, seepage, right? Then we will just talk about storage. We have studied about different processes which are associated with precipitation. Here, I just talk about storage. We want to store the water, right? We can have ocean, but it is problematic because its salinity value is very high. We cannot drink it. That is ocean. Lake, we have the water surrounded by land area. That is lake. Reservoir is a lake which is used for the water supply. Right? That is reservoir. Right? Rock holes, you see, we are having rock layer. It is having some fragments, right? Some openings. We are having the water here. The loss of this water is basically through evaporation. There is no infiltration because this rock is highly impermeable. You understood or not? So you should be in a position to explain this rock hole reservoir. What is that? It is a lake which is basically used for water supply. It is basically for different applications. Lake is an area which is having water surrounded by land area, right? You understood or not? This ocean is a big surface of water. It is, of course, having very high salinity value. You understood or not? These are different forms of water storage systems. You understood or not, students? Clear?
Understood, sir.
Understood, sir.
Yeah, please make a note on this.
No, sir.
Okay. Ranasinghe 088. Finished?
No, sir.
Okay. 093 Rupert.
Yes, sir.
Finished?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 091 Lakmali. Finished?
Yes, sir.
Right. So did you understand these contents, Lakmali?
Yes, sir.
Right, good. Right. With that note, we will move to the next one, right? That is, of course, process in hydrologic cycle. So this is a bit complex, right? So yes, we will continue with this next time. I will stop at this point. That's enough for the day. Before concluding this discussion, right, I just want to ask you something. Can I increase my speed further next time? Is that okay for you all?
No,
Please
sir.
give me your comments.
No, sir. No, sir.
Can I increase my speed? No?
No, sir. No, sir.
Yes, okay. Then we'll see. Right, are you able to understand these contents or difficult to understand?
Understand, sir.
Understood.
Yeah, yeah.
Understood, sir.
Students, I have told you many times, yes, if you get some difficulties, okay, please talk to me well in advance because we are going to develop certain systems for evaluating you all. So for such evaluation, we will be using different strategies. Some strategies may be making you difficult to work out certain things, but you know, you have to be systematic. Therefore, my request is that you all attend classes properly because you know, my system is very different. I will be setting questions from our discussions. Okay? You should understand our discussions properly because you know that is important. I just want to develop your critical thinking, right? It is not like other departments. So here we are developing some new critical ideas. Therefore, this, engineering, I can say environmental engineering, okay, that is my field of specialization, is popular worldwide, right? So I did my PhD there in Australia. Environmental engineering is very, very popular there, right? So the thing is that you have to develop your skills just to capture many good things, right? Yes or no? Agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, good. If you get some difficulties, especially public officers and newcomers, please talk to your batch representative. Then, of course, bring your difficulties to my notification. Can you please do that for me? Yes? Yeah, Shamina?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks a lot for coming. We will meet next time. Next Monday. Have a good day ahead. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Yeah, thank
sir.
you.
Thank you, sir.